This podcast on the Talkin Smack Network is brought to you by G&S Printing, providing solutions, not just printing. Give Tim Cooper a call today for all of your printed products. G&S Printing, here to help, offering the most customized, friendly, and reliable service with competitive pricing that you will find anywhere at 518-232-2465.
Warning. The following program is a collective of characters talking about the happenings in the sports and entertainment world. It's meant to be fun in a comedic, informative way. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, maybe even you. There may be some cuss words because that's how people talk in the real world. We'll try to keep the locker room talk to a minimum, but if you're young, please seek permission before watching any further.
The Talking Smack. We're back upstairs at the Bullpen for week number 2 of Talkin Smack. Great to have you along tonight, and we have got a full house tonight as far as our show goes. And let me do some introducing and who's here tonight. Of course, minor league football Hall of Famer, the owner of the Glens Falls Green Jackets, self-proclaimed legend.
Self-proclaimed legend. Yeah.
Back from the Marine Corps ball.
Oh, boy.
We've got the snacks. Hank Pelton, good to see you, brother.
Good back.
Good to be back. Look at these. You showing Shane off? Did you
got
wear
the bling?
Wow.
Look at the bling he's got. I had to wear it.
I didn't wear my bling tonight. I've got one of those.
Okay, I know what one is. What's the other?
This is the one that I got in Canton, Ohio, when I went out and coached the All-Star game out there.
No kidding. Very
the USA
nice.
All-Stars.
Look at cool.
Yeah,
Very
he's got the accessories
Very
to go
nice.
with it, so we'll leave it at that. Also joining the co-founder of the world's hottest rock band, the man that's always got gas. Let's welcome back to the show, Sully Dog, Mike Sullivan. Sully, what's going on, brother?
Hello, everybody. Great to be back.
Good to have you back.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday to your mom tonight.
Yes, Mom. Happy birthday, honey.
Happy birthday. Hugs coming your way.
39 years old. She informed
That's
me.
awesome.
Amazing.
Considering you're 55.
Well, the Sullivan man.
Joining us once again from parts unknown, lead singer for the super rock group at one time, the Kings of Stupid Mountain. Also in the group Phlegm at one time, or Spagnum.
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 Where do you come up with a name?
Honestly,
Really?
we were jamming in a shed. There was a bag of peat moss. It was Spagnum peat moss. It was the 90s. I mean,
I didn't even realize that what Spagnum was.
I didn't either. I was like, yeah.
We were like,
Where are we going with this?
We need a name. We need a name. How about peat moss? And then I was like, right under that was Spagnum, and that's
Spagnum.
Spagnum. Yeah, I mean, it was an early 90s band. What do you want from me?
Ladies and gentlemen, John Pratt back to the show. Good to have you on, Johnny.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Behind the Mr. Producer Extraordinaire, taking care of all the things going on behind the scenes, we'd like to welcome back once again the Shadows, Seth Cooper. Seth Rowe.
Thank you, Danny. Appreciate it. Going to be a fun day.
It certainly is. And our special guest tonight, a guy that I've known since, 2009? Is that when you first came to town?
Yeah, 9 or 10. Yeah.
I think it was, right there. I worked with you a lot when you were at the Phantoms, and we did the jersey auctions and all that. And always one of my favorite guys, not just my favorite hockey player. I've always enjoyed being around you. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane Harper on the show tonight. Good to have you, Shane.
Thank you. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it.
Now, you have experience doing this.
Yeah.
You used to have your own podcast, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, we dabbled. I'd say you have more experience than I do, but we dabbled and we enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. Seth, I'm going to ask you to give the idea and what's going on with the thing that we like to call Super Chats.
So if you are
That
watching,
worked out well. That was awesome.
if you are watching and you have a question for our special guest, Shane Harper, what you got to do is scan the QR code on the right of your screen. You'll see a super chat pop up. Any dollar amount is appreciated. $10 or more will get a nickname from our special guest, Mr. Shane Harper.
Whoa.
Harp Daddy, special
That's a lot of
guest, Mr.
responsibility on you.
Undecider, whatever you want to call him.
I have to do the nickname.
You can do the nickname
If you need
want,
help,
yeah.
we're here.
Gotcha.
I mean, you know these things. I mean, growing
Team
up
effort, Harps.
in the locker rooms and stuff, I mean, everybody gets a nickname.
Everybody.
And if you don't get a nickname, you know you're not long for that team. Is that the way it goes?
That is correct. And king of nicknames, who was here for 2 years, Colin Long.
Really?
Oh, he was a guy?
I mean, he gave me Harp Daddy Kane. He called it Harp Daddy Kane when we were 12 years old.
Wait a
Because I
minute,
played with Colin.
You knew him that long
Yeah,
ago?
me and Colin grew up together. We didn't grow up together. We started playing together when 11, 12, 13,
Really?
right in there. Yeah.
Wow.
Where did Ollie come from?
Oliver Tree. We liked Oliver Tree our first year. He's a musician, and then I cut my hair like him, and then he just started calling me Ollie. And he has to shorten everything. He has to, Oliver Tree. He can't.
Really?
It's got to just go to Ollie. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Now, see, I'm going to warn you ahead of time now. Snacks, when it comes to hockey, all right, my buddy here, minor league football Hall of Famer, Hank Pelton, his hockey knowledge goes back to last year. Okay. All right. So
That's okay.
If I'm looking at you cross-eyed when you're talking about hockey, I probably don't know what you're talking about.
So we're, hockey for dummies.
There
You
you
may
go.
have we may have to go to you for
There we
that
go,
there
there we go.
when we talk about.
There's a lot of hockey guys at this table, though.
Oh,
I mean,
there is.
Yeah.
There's a lot here, and
Couple two tree.
you'll be joining my club soon enough.
what's that?
The Adirondack Hockey Hall of Fame.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I would be honored. I
I
don't know about that.
I think they already have your plaque done.
I wanted to give you one last year, but I don't have my own plaque, so I'm not giving anybody else any plaques until I get mine.
I mean,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, do you miss playing?
yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know. I brought the kids there after school. I picked them up from their little preschool, and we went over there. First or second day at camp, just caught the end of it. But yeah, it's especially in the beginning of the year, it's so much fun. We were down there for the home opener, went down to the glass and warm-ups, and it's like the place was buzzing already for warm-ups. It was packed. The music is loud. I definitely miss it. Good thing is I've been busy, so I don't know. Yeah, of course I miss it.
It's got to be a different transition as far
It
as
is, yeah.
August, September. I mean, did you work out all summer long like you normally do?
I mean, I used to.
Right.
That's all I did. All I
Right.
did was I train every single day. You take Saturday or Sunday off, maybe, right? But the last couple of years,
So did
I
you find
definitely
it weird,
tailed
like
off.
the first week or two of September, like when you're normally ready to? It had to be different. Odd.
yeah, it is. It's just kind of a
Mind-
different mindset for
right,
sure.
right.
Yeah, like once we had kids, I kind of tailed off training like I used to. That was all I did.
Right.
I mean, that was a full, like people say, what do you do in the summer? It's a full-time job for.
Well, that's what stopped
for
me
hockey,
from training when I
you know.
started having
Right.
kids.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I mean, former elite athletes like
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
I mean, Sully didn't get out of Little League. He got cut, all right?
He had the nickname though.
Yeah, well, he did. That's
That's the most important part.
you got to have one, because the way with nicknames, if you don't have one, they don't care about you.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. So, the thing is, you go skating with your kids, during training camp. And then, of course, all the paparazzi from around the area, Shane's coming back! Shane's coming back! So and at that point there, it's like, listen, this is, you know what? The hell would have to freeze over. When did you decide that you had enough of the pro game?
Well, that's the thing. It's not like I've had enough. Like you said, it's hard to watch because I feel like I could still be out there, and I would. It's more the fact. It's more so. It was just kind of time to transition to the next part. It's time to, transition into a regular job, more regular job. You know what I mean? And with the kids, that also is a big part of it. And it makes it harder though that the rink is 10 minutes from my house. You know what I mean? Like, that's unusual. And
Yeah.
part of the reason why I was here for 3
Sure.
years, that was the coolest part. So I think before the end of the year, I knew, and I definitely soaked it up at the end. I think I remember doing an extra lap, or at least going slow lap at the end.
I noticed
You know
it,
what I mean? Even the year before, I did a slow one, but because I told Megan, I was like, oh yeah, I kind of was telling her what she wanted to hear. I kind of knew I was coming back.
So those first few weeks of last year, that was just for.
So you're saying
right.
That was the word.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're saying there's still a chance.
There's a reason why he's Mr. Undecider as the
There you go.
underneath there.
Really,
It's,
Mr. Underside.
It's Harp Daddy, special guest, and Mr. Undecider.
Oh,
Well, I
there
can't
we
see
go.
that far. I don't have my glasses on.
Is that what you're supposed to bring our glasses?
Well, that's one of
Well,
the
he's got his
reasons.
glasses, just can't. Yeah.
So you walk away from the game, and last year, the way that whole season was, I mean, you know what it's like to play with the championship team. You were this close last year.
I know. I mean, that was tough. We were that close. You know, I mean, not to say who was it, Kansas City, that they played in the final. Not to say that we would have, handled them or anything, but we were going to be
won't
right
say
there.
It, but I will.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say, I'll say the same. I'll say that.
So, I mean,
I'll third that.
Yeah, the Kelly Cup was
as well
decided
say
in
it,
the
Hank.
Eastern
Corner.
Conference Final.
No, I agree with that.
Say, just agree with it.
So I mean,
Yes.
ultimately, what it came down to, there was 40 seconds there where we needed one more goal, whatnot, and we were. I mean, imagine if we would have got the goal. I don't even know. Actually, going back, I haven't told anybody, but in the game 2 of that series, I blocked a shot, broke my ankle. I didn't even know that it was broken until after. They did a quick look in between periods.
I know, right?
Yeah, that the doctor just was like, "Oh, I don't think it's broken. You still have like range of motion." Kind of.
That was Jeff Me disguised as a doctor.
yeah.
Dr. Dre Ramore. Dre Ramore.
Oh,
So you always,
He'll be fine.
I definitely wasn't the same after that. I couldn't even practice. But so then after the fact, you're thinking, I mean, if my ankle is fine, maybe I would have had that goal in that game 6. You know what I mean? So I don't think I had another point after that game. I wasn't quite the same. Obviously, it's a team game. There's a lot more to it than me, but I think I would have. I think I at least would have gave maybe that little extra push. We were so close.
that was, I'll be honest. It was such a fun ride. I mean, it really was just, when you talk to the fans, you talk to the people that work the games. I've been working games since '92. You were still in diapers, So, but you get to that point, and it was just there was something magical about it that everybody just bought into.
I know the whole town, right?
I mean, you've been at the arena since 09, 10, whenever it is, and the feeling that you get on the ice when you feel that you have a city, an entire region behind you. What's that like when you get that?
Crazy. Honestly, I almost felt it even more after the season this year. During that run, where I'm going to the rink, going home, going to the rink, going home. After like this summer, I don't know how many people I ran into around town. That it's like, man, that was
Thank you.
so
That's awesome.
Thank you. Like the town, not everybody would talk about the city and the town, not saying, I had fun. They would be like, the whole area. We were all rooting for you guys.
Oh yeah, I mean, everybody
community.
around here was like, we had the championship for the football game for the Green Jackets.
Right.
We won the championship there, and then we went to Miami and we came back, and there was a lot of the football guys that were going to the game, stuff like that,
that's
showing off
awesome.
their rings and stuff like that, because we all had a pride. And then to see you guys do what you did. I mean, I told Dan, I said, this is exciting because I got into hockey last year more than I did from back in the day.
Well, you get caught up in it.
Yeah,
You get
and
caught
it was
up in
good.
excitement,
It was seeing the
and,
excitement of the
what I mean?
players. It's like,
and it
being
just
somebody
goes to
that-
show you that you don't need to know a ton about hockey
No,
to get
That's
caught
good.
up in that
Yeah.
excitement.
That's cool.
You know what
I mean, you could, and Billy Floyd's over here. Hey, Billy, what's going on, brother? He'll be on next week with us. The energy that came out from the guys on the ice, I think the fans they grabbed and they just gravitated towards that last year.
Yeah.
And I mean, you guys, you had mojo. I mean, there was something about that when you can't put your hands on it. It really is just one of those things that it's an intangible.
Yeah.
But there was something about
For
you guys.
sure. Yeah. I mean, something, I don't even remember. Something happened last week, and we got a group chat from the team from last year. There was still that WhatsApp group chat. I think Mac Welsher wrote into the chat. There was something funny that I can't even remember, but like that, it was a tight group. and you don't have that every year. I mean, to get a group chat from a year ago from a team is pretty cool. That doesn't always happen.
I'm a firm believer that championships start in the locker room.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't have that camaraderie and the.
Hold on. Super chats. All right, so what do you got for us, Seth?
From our main man, Jeffrey Bean, he says, quote, I can't remember how many conversations I overheard at the store about our run last year.
It's the truth. Yeah. I mean, people that, and I get it, having been associated with the hockey teams for 30 plus years, Johnny as well.
I got stopped a bunch of times myself just being a fan. I mean, I can't imagine what you went through with people stopping you.
So let me ask you this.
Well, first, Jeff, thanks. And I love that place. I live.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I'm going to get some broccoli salad tomorrow, okay?
There you go. All
right. But, the one thing that I thought, and I talked to you at the last game, and I saw you up there with your family, which is just awesome. I think that's, it is so cool that they get to be part of it and share it with you and your wife. But I get this for my grandkids, and it blows my mind. Your kids walk into the arena. My grandkids walk into the arena. Everybody and their brother knows these kids. It has got to be mind-blowing for them. I mean, think about it. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
It is so odd. My grandkids go to me, Papa, these people keep coming up to me like they know me. And I mean, your kids got to, they own the rink. I mean,
good thing Haven has a little, good thing Haven has a big personality. She'll talk to anybody. Yeah.
She's a big Bluey fan as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, it's also got to be cool for the kids to see how popular their dad is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's got to be a weird thing.
I don't even think she realized. Like when every time we leave the rink, I think they just took those other posters down. But then they just walk like, oh, Dad, hey, Dad, there you are. It's kind of cool.
That's got to be awesome. I mean, seriously,
it's got to be surreal.
Yeah. Like my 2-year-old, he just goes, oh. He doesn't know. Yeah.
Wait till they're all out of the house and they're going,
Yeah, well, it's when you go home and you open up the door, all those things are right out the door. It doesn't matter. You better check it at the door, brother, because when you walk in, you're fair game.
You're not number 11 anymore.
When you were kind of deciding on to return to the Thunder and you put the I'm back graphic in November, was part of the situation also knowing that your kids were a year older and they could understand, you playing in a game of hockey?
Yeah, for sure. I think it was cool that my son was turning 2. So that was cool. I wanted him to see another year, understand a little bit more, have those pictures. That'll be cool to look back on. You know what I mean? Right. So
at least you have video and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, there's generations that, say, well, I used to play pro hockey or whatever. And it's like,
they take the word for it.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
100%.
Super chats.
From Mr. Jeff Casey, he says Haven is also a great singer of Let It Go.
That is true. Have you guys heard this?
No, I haven't.
No.
Last year's Christmas party, we had it upstairs at Heritage Hall. Whole team. It was during the day too. It was a little bit more. It was a little different of a Christmas party. It's more like a luncheon, and there was a microphone because I think they wanted the rookies to sing a song, like just a little hazing, sing a song. Rookies, not a big deal. And Haven got up there, grabbed the mic, and she said, "Dad, I'm singing Let It Go." I said, okay. I played a little music and she sang in front of everybody. Let it go.
Killed it.
Just killed it. Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
I mean, to be able
she loves it.
Oh,
fearless. That's awesome.
I love that. I would
first female singer at Chupacabra.
We have the Chupacabrettes. We have the Chupacabrettes. So I got to correct you on that.
To be the first lead singer.
So because you've been behind the scenes, so you don't know. Mike and I have a rock and roll group called Chupacabra.
No way.
So, he's the lead guitarist. I'm the lead singer. We play 4 songs. And
and only 3 good.
The 4th one we usually quit on the way through. We doing this?
Another one?
Super chats.
Does Harper have any fond standout memories of fans kind of section-ending him for away games?
Ooh, on the road.
Any chirps?
So what you're saying? If I was on another team playing here?
No.
When you're on the road,
yeah. Anybody section N you while you
were
in
in the arena
the
that sticks out that they jump your shit a little bit.
I mean,
good way to put it.
Podcast, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Nobody does it like here's like that's the thing. Nothing even comes into mind, so it's not even close.
The thing, but if you've never been to an away game, and for most people they don't understand this because if they've only been here at the Cool Insuring Arena, you don't understand how on top you are of the action. One, there's not a bad seat. Two, you are in the game.
No, it's amazing. That's what makes it so fun to play here. I mean, I went and played. Where was I? I was in Springfield one year. Got traded to Albany the last year the Devils were there.
Yeah.
Loved playing there. I was actually living here and commuting there. I mean, that arena is so flat.
You
so
feel
gradual. Like it's empty.
Yeah.
Here, you guys are like right on top.
The loudest you've ever heard the arena. When?
Probably 2 years ago.
The last game of the playoffs. So my
Yes.
favorite picture of you is when we clinch at the end of the game and you're up behind the bench.
Yeah.
Remember shaking the boards?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I mean, that was like that's pretty much game 7.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
I
a game
thought
7
that might
winner.
be your answer.
You know, obviously last year was crazy loud as well, but that one that just pops in my memory so quickly. I mean,
I thought that might be your answer.
what are the odds? Last game of the year to winner, either team winner goes in. That's pretty cool.
And the game winner on an empty
Too. I
netter.
forgot.
Yeah.
Right. That's right too.
Because they needed to win in regulation.
Oh, they pulled the goalie way early. Right?
We were tied and they pulled the goalie. That's right.
I still would like to think
That's
that,
the ECHL for you.
There you go.
Well, we brought up that if I don't want to get off topic,
Sure.
that question last week, we brought up pulling the goalie.
Okay.
It seems now they pull the goalie way sooner
Yeah.
than they ever usually.
Yeah.
Usually it's a minute or less.
Yep.
They would do it. Now some teams do it 2.5.
For
sometimes
sure.
3 minutes. Why?
You talking any league?
Any
NHL?
league,
I mean,
any league.
I mean, when you watch, like the other, I haven't even been able to watch that much NHL this year, but the other day I was watching, I think, was it Tampa? I mean, if you put Kucherov out there
right.
and you give him 3 minutes instead of 45 seconds, I mean, they create so many opportunities.
Like
They create
point.
they
I never really
create
thought
so
about it
many.
like
You put McDavid and Draisaitl out there,
right.
they're probably gonna score. But they might give up one, but then they're gonna score. So
I get it.
yeah, my mom hates pulling the goalie. My mom hates it. So
Your mom's a sweetheart. She is. Oh,
Yeah.
it was so. As she just is. All right. So I got to ask you. You've done something that none of us will ever do. You're in the Hockey Hall of Fame. And that goal that you scored in that outdoor game, that's when outdoor games meant something.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
mean, it really was.
Oh, we got it.
What was, I mean,
Producer.
Oh, here we go. Wow.
so, I mean,
Look at this throwback.
oh,
Is that it?
yeah.
No, that's Holmstrom.
Yep. That's
these
Holmstrom.
these are highlights of the game.
These are
itself.
highlights
Oh,
of the
okay.
game.
Gotcha.
Very
Take
cool.
us, and I remember him.
You know, when,
What year was this? Seth?
2012, it was the first ever AHL Outdoor Classic game. This is from the start of overtime.
Is it in Philly?
Yes, and
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah, it
start
was
of
in
Where was it played?
Philly Stadium.
yeah,
The
so
Philadelphia Philly
yeah.
Citizen Bank.
this
It
is
was-
the start of overtime, and then your interview after you
Oh,
scored
geez.
the goal.
I hate listening to my interviews.
No, there's no way.
we didn't get permission for the sound. We got permission for the video, but that whole thing playing outside. I mean, you grew up in California. Did you ever play outside?
Very rarely. I do remember a couple times when we'd have a tournament. I think it was Minnesota. We played a lot of tournaments up in Canada as well.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to do it very often though.
So, but I mean, this for you was really
this was
a whole
so
different
cool.
new experience.
Even morning skating in the morning, just getting to be out there under the sun, special. So
Pretty bizarre.
I'll never forget that.
We take it for
What was the
granted.
temperature that
Sully,
day?
stop talking. I'm about to score here.
He shoots. He scores. Oh man, how cool was that?
That was on
Oh.
Holtby too.
Yeah,
Pretty good goal.
yeah, not bad. He only has a ring or two. Whatever.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's set the AHL attendance record. Yeah,
46,475 people were there. And also, which was pretty cool, I'll give you a little backstory here. So my dad and I, we attended that game. We went on the bus.
No way. Really?
And we were up in left field. And of course, in Phantom style, they were losing.
Yeah.
And my dad says to me, "Hey, let's go. We have to beat the bus." I said, "No, there's time.
What was the score?
There's time. This
3-2?
was before Holmstrom scored.
Okay.
So we walked all the way down to the third
Look
base.
at the mop
third
on
base
that.
Long
line.
hair on
I know. And then we end up going, and then very similar situation when the Rangers played the Islanders in the Stadium Series. I made my dad stay for the whole game.
There
too.
you go. That a boy.
Oh wow, look, Denny Hamel. I think his
Job,
plus
son.
minus is minus 100 right now.
I still
was
can't
a
get
nice
over the
job.
mop of hair on you.
I know it.
mean,
Look at the flow.
that was
Yeah.
some lettuce.
See the flow?
I did. Man, oh man.
A couple of years, I had some.
So, what from that game from you is in the Hockey Hall of Fame?
Originally, what was it? Stick and helmets.
What, Seth?
No?
It was your jersey, your stick, your gloves, and your skates.
So I was pretty close. And my skates.
And it's still in there, by the way.
I was gonna say I'm sure they took it out by now. No, there's still.
No?
It's still in there because
Really?
it represents the biggest.
You need to
crowd
take those
in
kids of yours
AHL
up there.
history.
Really?
Never mind taking them to a
Smokes.
hockey game.
Yeah, you're in the Hockey
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
You
man.
take those kids now before
Yeah.
they take that crap
Like,
down.
God, it's like
Have you ever been there to see it?
No, I've been when I was young.
Really?
I think we went because we played a lot of tournaments when we were younger in Toronto.
You been to the Hockey Hall of Fame?
No, I've
And
Goal up on the big screen, the jumbotron here. Shane Harper, player of the
Really
game.
cool, yeah.
What did you see there? It looked like he went 5-hole on him.
Yeah, we had like a 2-on-1 there. I fed it to Wellwood, and he made a real nice pass over. And I just tried to grab it and maybe go 5-hole and snuck in. You got a piece of it, but it snuck in. What a great way to end it.
my God.
Yeah,
I can't
what a
even
great way
talk.
to be the hero, right?
You're such a baby.
Well, because you got your other teeth in there.
Yeah.
What
It's messing you all up.
I had a lot of teeth.
Oh my, jeez, that is, what do you? I'm sure you remember the goal, but what else is the biggest memory from that first outdoor classic in the American Hockey League for you?
I remember just getting to be just like a cool part, just where we were dressing, like in the baseball locker rooms. Like that's pretty cool.
That'd
Like
be
something
neat.
that I would never see normally. You know what I mean? Taking that long walk out, it's cool, and it's also a different vibe because the stands are so far back.
I know.
So when we were playing, you almost seem there was 46,000 people there, but it didn't even really seem like you almost seem like you're on a pond because you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
How cold was it that night? You remember?
I don't remember.
Tim, you remember how cold it was that night? They bundled up. Oh, okay. Oh,
You're too warm.
too warm.
So what
Wow.
was the date of the game, Seth? Was it December, January?
In January 6, 2012.
Okay.
And then
How old were you then?
Seth's got all the answers. I
So he's the
was
producer.
23.
20.
22. I think I would have
22?
turned 23 the next
Wow.
month. Yeah,
That is
22.
crazy. But
So I think that
it's-
was my second year. That was my second year.
Yeah, it just that there, I can remember being back here and watching it, and it was just like it was like, oh my gosh, it was just such fun, and to watch the joy that you had when you scored the goal. I mean, there are times when you score a goal that I'm just like, okay, but something like that,
Right. That was different for sure. I mean, I've never played an
It had
outdoor
to be.
game before. Last one too. I never got to play one after. So
Oh wow,
Yeah.
no, that's
Do
it.
they still do an AHL game outside?
Yes, they
AHL
do.
game? Do they?
I know that there had been talk about the ECHL doing one this year in
Oh.
Worcester.
East Field.
You would,
Where are you gonna wait a minute? Where would you set the people to watch it?
and
On
they
the
would
back
sink in the field in that swamp. You got a better chance to go out and playing on the Hudson.
The back parking lot of the radio ranch.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, that would work.
That's for sure. But it's one of those memories that a lot of people, that when they say Shane Harper, that's one of the first things that they think of. I mean, your Phantom's career. I mean,
that's cool.
How many years were you here? Were you 4?
Parts of threes, almost 2 full. The first year I played 20 games, mostly in the ECHL the year, but I believe I played 20 games that first year.
Harbs, any NHL games?
Yeah, 14.
14 NHL games.
How?
Very cool.
All right. So, here you are. You're playing.
Did Sully go out of line again?
Yeah,
Was he-
no. That's listen.
That's a thing here.
You see
Harbs.
this script? Throw it away. Yeah,
They knew what they signed up for.
playing with the Florida Panthers.
Yeah.
You get to the show.
Yeah.
I mean, you work your butt off.
Yeah,
For 20-something years,
for sure.
and then you get to be part of an exclusive club.
Yeah.
What was the call like when they told you were going
Well,
up?
that actually it's a good question because that's playing how many AHL games I did. Normally, the first game is always going to be a call up, and that was the coolest part about my experience was I made it at a camp. So you go watch Hard Knocks or something like that. That was like it's cool for when I watch Hard Knocks now because it was like I was kind of in that, and I was.
What do you mean by that?
Like when you the show Hard Knocks going through training camp,
Sure.
like when they come down the line, you're like, all right, well, who's gonna make the team? I was one of those 3-4 guys at the end.
So you're waiting for the Turk
to round out the roster.
So you're waiting for the Turk to come visit you?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what the Turk is, don't you?
No.
The Turk is the guy that's in charge of, goes to the guys, rooms
Right.
or whatever and said,
Go talk to the GM.
I need your I need your pass. I need your key code. I need
It's a
this.
horrible job.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But it's the Turk. I mean,
Unless you're really sadistic,
Why do they call it the
and then
Turk?
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't
Why do they
know.
call it the Turk.
I don't know why they do. So
Wow, look, Seth's got all the highlights going.
that's why he's the producer, baby. He's
Wow.
producing.
You got NHL goals?
Sully, where have you been?
If you did your homework, he scores 2 goals in this game.
2 goals.
No, so that was definitely the coolest part. Going through training camp, getting to make opening night roster. It was pretty surreal. I mean, yeah, I remember Tom Rowe coming into. I'm a big if any player that I played with is listening, they'd be laughing because I'm a huge tinkerer. I'm always in the stick room messing around with my sticks. You know, being in the NHL is like a dream for me. I'm getting every day after practice, a new stick rep is coming up to me like, "You want to try anything?" And I'm like,
Whoa.
yeah. What do you got?
Back the truck up.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Me
What do
with
you
a
got?
good time.
Yeah. So I remember I was in the stick room and Tom Rowe came.
Tom used to play here in Glens Falls.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm
No
serious.
way.
Tom used to be a player for the Red Wings back at one point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. See, well, that's why I'm here. Sorry. Seth.
Well, I can rewind after, but he was the one who actually came into the room and said, "Hey, I don't know." He said something like, "Hey, you might want to call your parents and tell them to get a flight." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You're playing on Friday. You made the roster."
That's
Oh,
crazy.
Man,
Yeah, so that's
how
pretty
big
cool.
were those goosebumps, dude?
Oh yeah, because there was still, I think two more cuts to be made. Because you don't want to count the numbers, but there's there's that, what is it, 23-man roster, and it's like it's getting, we're at 25 guys, 24 guys. It's like we're close.
And you're
but-
doing the math in your head anyway.
Oh yeah, exactly. And
Run through the phone call with your parents.
I have a bad memory. I don't even.
Sort of like you, Sully.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
All right, for different reasons.
But they couldn't, obviously they couldn't believe it. They were,
Your mic was on,
they flew out. I think they flew out
Sorry.
next day.
That's
And I think we were playing Friday. Yeah,
We're in California. Where are you from?
just north of LA, Valencia area. So we're a little inland.
Yeah, I was stationed out in 29 Palms.
Okay.
Yeah, middle of the Mojave Desert.
Yeah, that's out there. Yeah.
a real hockey hotbed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. we played hockey a lot out there.
Well, I mean, for you, you were there after the Gretzky wave.
Exactly. Gretzky got traded to LA, and there was a hockey boom in California. He kind of put hockey on the map.
Just unreal.
Yeah.
93, 94.
Yeah.
I thought it was because of the Mighty Ducks.
They were kind of part of it. They were kind of part of it.
You're there.
I watched it.
They were after.
No, the
Yeah, they
movie.
were-
I wasn't talking about the action.
You're a
Oh,
Gordon.
you were talking about
You
the
got a
Kings,
Gordon
oh.
Bombay jersey.
What we're going to do is we're going to take a break. Talkin Smack live upstairs, the bullpen. Shane Harper hanging out with us tonight. More Talkin Smack after this.
Talkin Smack is on the air, and it's brought to you by The Bullpen on Glen Street in downtown Glens Falls. The Bullpen, a favorite among locals, whether it's lunch, dinner, takeout, a night out, pregame, or postgame, The Bullpen is the place to go. The Bullpen's second floor contains Suite 216, the banquet room, perfect for hosting private functions for under 100 people. Chef Pam and a team offer a plethora of incredible food options for each guest. They offer a wide variety of menu options for everyone. Gluten-free and children's options are plentiful. Please let your server know if you have any allergy restrictions, and the Bullpen will be glad to accommodate you. The Bullpen on Glen Street, downtown Glens Falls. G&S Printing, providing solutions, not just printing, has been the place for printed products and competitive prices and unbeatable service in the Glens Falls, Queensbury, Lake George, South Glens Falls, Saratoga regions, and up and down the East Coast. Family owned and operated by Tim Cooper, G&S represents his 2 children. Gabby and Seth tells you everything you know that this is truly more than just a business. It's family, celebrating its 24th year in the printing business. G&S Printing is your place for all your printing needs. Whether it's stationery products such as letterheads, envelopes, business cards, notepads, cut sheet form, marketing products such as brochures, presentation folders, postcards, newsletters, door hangers, posters, banners, trade show booths, rubber stamp ideal self-inking stamps, die plate dater stamps, handwood stamps, seal presses and embossers, continuous form carbonless forms, card carbon interleave forms, single or multi-part forms, unit sets, handwritten forms, carbonless stud and edge glued, carbon interleaved, all sizes available, checks, laser checks, continuous checks, uniset checks, pegboard checks, 3-on-a-page checks, label stock and custom labels, laser labels, mailing labels, direct thermal labels, thermal transfer labels, barcode labels, graphic art design, custom design logos, artwork, brochures, forms, whether you need a single one-time order of business cards or a complete company analysis of all your printed products, G&S Printing is here to help, offering the most customized, friendly, reliable service with competitive pricing you will find anywhere. Call G&S Printing today, 518-232-2465. The Adventure Family Fun Center, the ultimate place for your class trip, after prom party, family reunion, or social event of the year. The 1,000-foot outdoor go-kart track is the largest and most exciting in the area. Take a spin on the Le Mans indoor go-kart track. Get your friends together and face off in their multi-level laser tag arena. Buckle up and hop into an adrenaline-pumping round of bumper cars. Score the ultimate gaming experience in the arcade and test your target skills on our all-new airsoft range. Adventure Family Fun Center, offering several different adventure specials, including birthday party packages that come with your own party room. You're home to the best in family fun in the Lake George region. It's the Adventure Family Fun Center on Route 9 in Queensbury. Oscar Smokehouse on Raymond Lane in Warrensburg. Why don't you stop on by and see what they're smoking? Oscar Smokehouse has a great selection of smoked meats and cheeses. They carry a number of specialty items like their More Than Mustard, maple syrup, cheese spreads, beef jerky, and apparel. You'll also find a wide selection of meats including chicken, sausage, bacon, ham, plus their homemade stuffed burgers, salads, ribs, and steaks. Oscar Smokehouse on Raymond Lane in Warrensburg. Come on by and see what they're smoking.
And welcome back, Talkin Smack, upstairs at the Bullpen. Dan Miner and the cast and crew here, along with a special guest, Shane Harper, joining us. And you mentioned before Wayne Gretzky and the hockey boom in Southern California with you. What are we looking at here? What was that? Let's go back to that little screenshot that you had there, Shadow. Now, you hung out with Gretzky. What's the deal?
Huh? I mean, you really didn't feel Sully in here. Did
No.
It's like Sully. It's like this is.
So I mean, what's the deal?
So yeah, all right, here we go. So it was actually before this. Those are two of my buddies, Brian and Alex. That was West Valley Wolves days. So I played California. I started playing hockey in an outdoor YMCA rink, chain link fence around concrete flooring. And I played 2 seasons of roller there. Just kind of fell in love with it. Wasn't very good. It started getting better. My parents signed me up for ice hockey. The closest rink was near LA, and it was where the Kings practice, their practice facility. And then signed me up for my first year of ice hockey, just in-house, where everybody just places people on teams. There's not even tryouts or what. Everybody makes a team. And who gets placed on my team but Ty and Paulina Gretzky? They're both right around my age.
Paulina Gretzky. Paulina Gretzky?
That's correct.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that had a little stop. Now.
Yeah. So, I mean, what are the odds of that? And I was 6. I was 6 turning 7, we invited everybody on the team to my birthday party. Obviously, my birthday party I wanted to have at the rink also. All I wanted to do was play hockey, be on the ice. And it must have been after one of their practices. And he waltzed right in. Wayne waltzed right into the birthday party, brought.
And you're how old?
7.
7. Wow.
Wayne Gretzky. Yeah. Came right in. I actually do remember that. I have a bad memory, but I do remember.
Oh, yeah. No.
I do remember this.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
That's why you and Sully are sitting next to each other.
Yeah, I mean, he gave me, what did he give me? I don't know if you remember that. He used to have this Wayne Gretzky tennis shoes, rollerblades. He gave me a signed stick that obviously we still have. Video games. Like Wayne Gretzky, Wayne Gretzky video games.
Really? Wow.
I don't know if it's in storage really cool. or not, but I remember when you were on Center Ice, you said you had some sort of. He gave you the video game, but he gave you it like framed, and it's like a limited edition. Is that what that was?
Here's the bad memory.
I know. I'm gonna have to ask my parents about that. I know he gave us like a really cool what was it, honeycomb, like a limited edition honeycomb cereal box.
That's what it was.
Signed.
How cool is
signed,
that?
yeah,
I
like
used to
really,
love honeycombs.
yeah,
when I was a
really
kid.
cool. I think Gretzky
I mean,
was
I was
on
a
the,
kid 100 years before you were.
he was on the cover, or not on the cover. He was on the front of the cereal box, signed. Really cool. The stick is probably the coolest part. The Gretzky aluminum stick with a wooden blade.
The original aluminum ones back then.
Yeah,
I have a Tony Amonte one that's not the same kind of cachet that you've got.
You've never used it? You've ever taken a shot with it?
Oh no, never.
No, really?
Just asking.
And he's a lefty, so I'm all right.
Hold on. Super chats.
Wildest practical jokes you've ever seen or been a part of in the locker room. Please tell us the truth. This is from one of your former teammates, Graham Black.
Who?
Graham Black? No way. Wow.
So
Graham
he already
Black.
knows. I'm
Wow.
guessing he already knows the answer.
I would hope so.
That
Testing your memory.
That was not revealed, but Graham did give us $10.
way.
So there's
Wow.
do you have a nickname for him?
Hey, I haven't talked to Graham in quite some time.
Wow.
So he needs a nickname.
Oh, he's easy, Blackie. That was.
He's a piano player too, by the way.
Yeah,
as well.
he's very talented. He's extremely intelligent. One that popped into my head right away. This was either my second or third year here, actually, and that's cool that it happened to be here. It could have been any one of my 14 years. No, so my second or third year here, me and Colin Eddy had a place together. Then Andrew Rowe got called up from the East Coast League. Came into our party. He was like going back and forth.
So he was on your couch?
Yeah, we were finally like, dude, just move in. Moved in. I think he moved into our couch. Then Rob Bortson got called up from an ECHL team. Comes to us. So we had, and his nickname was the best. We called him the Bird. He was just like always like, hovering around like little bird. Those guys are three of my closest friends, like playing wise. They're awesome. I talked to Rob a couple weeks ago. So I don't know if you guys remember when people would be getting iced with the Smirnoff ices, you would hide them. It was kind of like in that kind of original heyday. So Rowe and Eddie they were going on these. Oh, there he is. There's the bird. There's the bird. Me and the bird. So one they were going back and forth, and Eddie would get worked up, but Eddie was just always a one-upper, and Rowe would get really upset. Yeah, Andrew. And so one day Eddie put an ice. I don't know how he jimmy rigged an ice like in the toilet. And Rowe went to pee in the middle of the night and opened it, and he was like, and I think Eddie must have popped out of the room, and he goes, "You gotta check." It was like, we're going to bed, or no, you know what it was? It was in the morning. It was before practice. That's what it was.
Oh, geez.
And then Rowe was like, "Eddie, I'm not gonna do that." And he's like, "You have to follow the rules." It was hilarious. Like that was for sure one of the funniest I've seen. I mean, there's been so many, but that one popped my mind right. It was like there was almost a fight in our apartment because Eddie wanted him to chug a Smirnoff Ice before practice.
Who was coaching? Was that
he was
Joe?
either Joe Patterson or Andy. I think it was Joe.
I think
it was Joe. Yeah.
All right, Joe. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, that is cool.
I mean, I'd have to think more, but that one popped right. That's pretty funny.
That's funny. That's awesome.
Bortson was sleeping in our kitchen with an air mattress. He would be saying that he's been keeping his socks in the lettuce and fruit drawer in the refrigerator in the crisper. Yeah.
Hockey players are the best.
Yeah.
They really are.
I think that was when I first met Megan too, and she was like, "What the hell is going on?"
And yet, look what you did.
Welcome into your world.
Ta-da.
See, I have a story about his father-in-law. You know who used to babysit Shane's father-in-law?
Who?
Your wife?
Lisa. My wife, Lisa.
No way.
Back in the day in Hudson
Rich?
Falls.
No way.
Yep. Once many moons ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because they lived in the same neighborhood, and then that's what. Yeah. So that's so it's
Small world.
Yeah, it's a small world. It certainly is. All right. You know what we need to do? We're going to get off of hockey for a while. We're going to let Shane be one of the guys here.
Right.
This one here, the topic that we're bringing up here. What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Jimmy?
Jimmy Minnick's here. So what we're going to talk about here is something that really gets under your crud.
Mine?
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
All right, so go ahead. I'm going to let you take over.
So things that drive you crazy.
Well,
What
fair enough. So
specifically?
I was actually the other night when I ran into you at Radici, I was very happy to see that you were found. So one of my biggest pet peeves.
Jen.
Same siders.
Same siders. Okay.
Same siders.
Interesting.
Explain what that is.
You go to dinner and there's a couple. They're having dinner together and they're in a booth, but they're both on the same side. Instead of sitting across from each other, drives me insane.
This is an interesting topic.
Oh, no.
Interesting. Yeah.
Hey, this is something.
So let's go around.
I've been out to dinner with you many times.
It drives me insane.
I think that says more about you, Sully, than it says about the people in the booth.
Because nobody wants the same side with Sully.
Well, no, yeah, yes, but
Jen and I are
every now and again, people who date each other, they might actually enjoy being near each other. Now, I know that you enjoy being near Jen, but I've seen the look on Jen's face a lot tonight. So that
would you rather have your wife next to you, or would you rather have her across you gazing longingly into her eyes?
Yeah, okay, I get you. I'm not a same sider.
Mr. and Mrs. Cooper, same siders? No. Okay. You agree with me?
I'm not a.
Thank you, Billy. No, I knew it.
It's good. It's good to have. It's good to have a little people on both sides here.
Yeah, but the thing is, Billy's a lot younger than the rest of us too. He hasn't had the mileage that we have underneath our treads. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that if I sat on the same side, if Allie and I were out to dinner, I think she would kill me. I really do.
Listen, there have been times when we've been out to eat. I wanted to kill you. So Allie, it's not just Allie. It's not just Allie.
Yeah.
You know.
So it just looks weird to me.
So Johnny,
Mr. Anonymous brings up a good point here. Sorry.
Super Chat.
What if you are sitting at a bar, like at the Bullpen, and there's only the two seats side by side?
Well, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's different.
that's different.
No, it's not fair because you're talking about sitting at the bar. That's different.
It's
A bar
different.
and a table
It's
is
different.
different.
It's different. Yeah, and I would say that Mr. Anonymous, but when you're sitting downstairs at the Bullpen, and if we saddle up to the bar and Lisa,
Are you a same sider?
No, I'm not.
If she asked you to, would you do it?
I would. Because when you walk into my house, you get that plaque that's right there, right next to the light switch, Husband of the Year.
There you go.
So you do have a plaque. No more bitching.
I don't have a plaque. That was sarcasm. Yeah,
Sorry.
no, it's true. I don't have a plaque.
So,
So Johnny, what says you?
Same siders. I mean, maybe I would have when we were first dating.
How long you been married?
I have been married since 2002. I've been with my wife since 1996. Yeah,
You're not even the same restaurant. Much as the same side.
Well, yeah, no, you're not wrong, but no, it's because it's weird. Plus, which I'm left-handed, my wife is right-handed. We bump the
same.
elbows all the time.
my wife's left-handed. Yeah.
So, Shadow, what about you? You're not a same sider, are you? No. Okay, that's good.
That's enough.
Snacks. How long you been married to Judy?
Oh my God.
30 years.
30 years.
30 years. All right. So if she had killed him when they first got together, she'd already been out in good behavior like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So
the way you snack, Hank, if you guys were the same size, you'd push her on the floor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does that have to do with the nickname Snacks or what?
It all depends on it. Well, it depends on it sometimes.
Super chat.
Well, we do give the warning of people that don't donate and give us a dollar amount that anything is read on this show. It's the rule. Mr. Anonymous, the name is not revealed, but it's weird if they're okay.
Go ahead.
I'm against Anonymous.
It's weird if they're trying to give handies under the table. Don't get me wrong, I've seen it. But when it's not that, it's cute. They're probably honeymooning. What difference does it make to you exactly?
Oh, actually, that does make a good point. Like, why do you get so offended? Is it because you're worried about their Sandy's going?
I may have changed my mind.
Oh, you just got the look. Hey, gaze into her eyes now. You can gaze into her eyes now.
That was good.
Hank, when you date me, that's a permanent look.
Oh, wait again. Super chat.
From Mr. Anonymous again. The name does not want to be revealed, but when the super chat goes through, we'll know. Quote, we always sit next to each other. Easier to share on the phone stuff. I am hard of hearing, so it's easier to chat, but mostly it is how much we care and enjoy each other. been happily unmarried for 20 plus years.
So is this
All right, so
Mr.
if-
Anonymous all the same person?
I think Mr. Anonymous.
Is this the same Mr. Anonymous or?
I don't know.
But if you're sitting next to each other and you're texting each other, that's weird.
Well, they
too.
can't hear each other.
Well, no, I mean, if you're sitting there, if you're scrolling through Facebook and all that, shouldn't you be talking to the person
Right,
next to you?
that would be
Like,
correct.
I try to put my phone in my pocket.
Well, how
or
many
something
times have you
like
gone
that.
to a restaurant and you look at a family, there's 6 of them, every one of them got
I
their
know.
face buried in
Right,
their
yeah.
phone.
So if you're, especially if you're out on a date with your wife or whatever, you try
Right.
to avoid that.
Right,
so,
right.
so that is where Sully saying looking longingly into her eyes is probably a good thing.
Thank you.
Brian, what are you
I
doing?
knew you would agree with me.
I saw that too. I saw the peripheral.
If that's your wife calling you right now, pissed.
What? You want a handy?
What? What are you talking about? Handies? What?
What? What? It's a wipe or something? It's like a dude wipe? I
It's a handy
don't
wipe.
know.
That's
I'm
it.
not sure. I'm not sure. I really. So you and Judy don't sit next to each other.
No, we don't see you.
I know that.
No,
No, it's
it's across.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's always been
Shane.
that way.
No, but like I said, it's good to get some other other perspective here.
Fair enough.
Yeah, way to get off the fence.
Billy.
I hope you like those splinters in your ass.
No, I've never been a same sider. Never been a same sider. That's an interesting topic.
I thought so.
Billy's not afraid of anything though. Like I probably care a little bit too much about what other people think.
Sure.
So I appreciate that.
Billy doesn't give a shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
You're scared of your wife?
No, I'm scared of what other people think. So I'm
Oh.
like, we can't sit same side.
I'm scared of my wife. I'm not scared of
okay,
any of these
yeah.
things. I mean, to me, it's rightfully so. I mean, Lisa, it's she's the boss.
It is
We
a
all-
topic, though.
But
That's a very no.
but there are
I've
times
never-
when we're same siders, and then there's times we're not.
No, wait, you are? Or
When?
not?
That's-
When?
Here we go.
Well, like if we're
Super chat.
save me.
Yeah, talk about fence
You better hope
sitting.
that's Lisa.
Talk about fence sitting. My goodness, you are going back.
I love it. You can't do your own super chat to get yourself out of trouble, right?
Oh God, I can't
Oh,
wait for this
boy.
one.
From
Because
Mis-
just the
from-
look on his face
from
right
Mr. Rob Lapolis fan club
Oh,
number one.
jeez.
Beside is better. I'm not out at a formal meal or interview across the table. Far more intimate and private.
Ooh.
Wow, there's more same siders than I thought.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what? I could have sworn I saw Rob at Massey's restaurant. I don't think they're on the same.
No, but I think this was Rob's fan club.
It was his number one fan.
Well, it wasn't Rob.
Oh, it wasn't
No, it
Rob.
wasn't
himself.
Who's the
Rob
number
self-
one fan?
It wasn't Hot
It
Lips.
could.
Is
We
it-
don't know that. It
Is
could.
it Kevin?
Could still be
Self-proclaimed.
Rob.
Rob self-proclaimed number one fan. It could be.
We won't get into the story on New Year's Eve when they took his phone. You know that story.
No, he doesn't remember crap.
doesn't-
What do you expect out of this
We've gone
guy?
over this, Seth.
That's how Rob Lapolis got his nickname at the station.
Hot Lips?
Hot
No,
Lips.
he didn't get it that way.
Yes.
No, dude.
No, he didn't.
Hot Lips is-
Hot Lips. This is the deal. I go into the Thunder office one day, and he goes, "Well, Dan, I've got some time over the summer. If you ever need someone to work overnights or whatever, Hot Lips is ready for you." That's how Hot Lips got Hot Lips. He gave it to himself.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
Hot Lips was one of the nicknames that a few of the players had when they had a few adult beverages on New Year's Eve 2 years ago, and they put Hot Lips in his dating profile. So that's where I thought that came
Because
from.
that Hot Lips
Interesting.
goes back further than that. So maybe they were listening to me on the air, and they said, "Hey, maybe we get some Hot Lips going on."
How did they say it?
Hot Lips, baby. Don't want to make it too sexy.
Wanted to make sure.
No,
I do love
I don't
calling
wanna
Robbie
make-
Hot Lips.
That's we have to call him the champ now too, because he did win our go-kart race.
That's right.
He did.
Epic interview afterwards too.
Yeah, he was.
As he was
And-
downing the Mountain Dew, that was the best part. Was
And
And he didn't spell.
all kidding aside, you won an award out in Vegas too. The country.
Oh, the country night.
country-
The country night
yeah, the
jerseys.
country
Right?
night jerseys.
Yeah, they won that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he won an award for that.
Oh, wait, hold on again.
Oh.
Ready?
Super chats.
Mr. Anonymous is back.
Chris Butler, you were teammates with him?
Yeah. What the
Okay.
hell? What? Butsy.
Wait, how long ago
Nickname.
was this?
Nickname.
Chicago Wolves. I mean.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
All right.
Wow.
He says, live and let live, Shane. Sometimes Meg and you just want to have a cuddle.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Smart man.
I'm more curious as to how these guys know that you're.
I know. I love
right.
it.
How do they know that?
Well, because we do a lot of social media and we promote these
Social
things.
media is a wonderful thing.
But-
Don't
Good
worry, we
to
get to
hear
the
from
next
you.
segment. You'll know why.
This is the producer, isn't it?
He's
Is
probably
he
too
reaching
young
out to
for
people?
Skidsy.
Who?
Skidsy.
What's
You don't remember Donnie?
Butsy, Skidsy.
Donnie who?
The trainer.
Oh, Donnie Woods?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't know Donnie. We're not talking about that on here. Next.
Well, now I'm curious.
Oh, you don't want it.
We'll
No. This is not, you know.
Sully, this
Smack
topic has
after
got.
dark.
I mean, this topic is getting guys that I played with 8 years ago interested. This is big time.
You know,
What I do?
I guess you are here for a reason.
You know, when
I didn't even know it was a topic.
you know, let's put it this way. Mike Sullivan, relationship expert.
And there she is. Hey,
Is she
gazing
looking at me
around
right now?
again.
Is she looking at me?
She's looking at
Hey,
you.
don't worry. He's got room on his bathroom floor for you.
I heard there's a couch in his kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to the bathroom. Somebody's got to cook, and it ain't going to be you. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, Sully, you were at the CIA, the Cool and Cheering Arena over the weekend, understanding people were going, dude, is he really riding a flanking bull? And I'm saying, there's no way. The last time he was on something that looked like a bull, you fell off, did you not?
Yeah.
Wait, you were on a bull
Well, a mechanical bull.
at the rodeo? I was so
No,
bummed I didn't make it
no.
to the rodeo. No.
Well, but Sully didn't get to go on the bull at the rodeo.
Oh,
Jen,
no.
you're welcome. But you know, I mean, there's a whole list of things I am not able to do because my wife says Sully did that already and he screwed up. You can't do it. So riding a bull or a mechanical bull is one of those things I am not allowed to do because of Sully. I'll let you explain what happened, Sul.
You got to start off with, see, what had happened was.
This is
Never
not
gonna believe this.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I don't get no respect.
It'll be fun.
I
You'll
was up,
see.
so my son Michael, my youngest son Michael, actually rode bulls for real.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he never won one. It's the Bulls
doesn't matter,
7,
yeah.
Michael 0.
Yeah.
So anyway, one day he wanted to go up to the Ride High Ranch, which is a client of mine up north, and they have a mechanical bull. So he goes, I want to go up and I want to practice. So I
Oh,
no,
wait,
what are you
great.
doing?
It's not. Yeah.
Giddy up, little doggies.
So
Jen, let's go ride the ponies.
I hate you, Seth. that whole "I love you" thing last week.
That's the same horse he was on
I
Brokeback
take it
Mountain.
back.
Seth has that jacket. Don't worry.
So I brought my kid up to practice his bull ride on a mechanical bull,
Okay.
and of course he said, yeah, well, "Why don't you do it?"
Of course. Yeah.
Right? Well,
I can think of about 100 reasons why.
well, it's your kid, and you do it.
Yeah, you just do it.
So I got in the mechanical bull, and they
How many fake hips did you have at this point?
won
Okay.
Okay. So this was.
How many do you have now?
2.
Back to you, Sully.
So I got on it, and it started, and it went like that, and I went down.
Just that easy.
It was literally not even a fucking eighth of a second.
Wow.
But I didn't get hurt.
That whole 8 seconds is a long time, Sully.
Yeah.
I
I don't
know.
even
Yeah,
know.
but you
how
had to get
long
another-
seconds is.
You had to get another, hip after that, though.
Well, actually, I think the second hip came from my race from Tom Elker.
That
up
was
the
one of the stupidest things we ever saw.
Yeah, well, it was.
Jen remembers that one, don't you, hon?
Oh, I'm intrigued now.
I think that was a,
So there's a
Oh,
video
Jen's
that
leaving.
we'll have to find.
there is a video. So,
So-
we were at a party at a buddy of mine's house, and he owns property, and there's a hill that goes up, I don't know, 60 yards, 70 yards. And I thought it'd be a good idea that if him and I raced up the hill.
Oh, this was the video's out
This
there.
was
We'll have to
5
grab it.
Scotch Sully.
I was gonna
So
say,
it was-
how many were you in?
There is a video of it.
And we did race up this mountain. I'll call it a mountain. But,
Mountain, okay.
and 8 months later, I had a second hip.
And
Wow.
so who lost their glasses and who lost their keys?
Well,
With that, we're going to take
Did
another
you
break.
win the race?
no, because he cheated.
He tackled
He
him.
tackled
He did
me.
tackle him. He
I
tackled
had him beat. I was ahead by 4 lengths. He reached out and tripped me, and it was a whole
So
thing.
you
Harper.
lost and you lost your hip too?
Harp, you would have been proud of the effort.
I would have.
You know what
Proud of the effort.
second place is? You know what that is? First place for losers.
First
All
loser.
right, we'll be back with more Talkin Smack right after this.
Brought to you by Clean It Out Containers and Junk Removal Service. Do you have a lot of junk or waste to remove from your home? Clean It Out Containers and Junk Removal offers compact and cost-effective dumpsters and other waste removal services, such as appliance removal and estate cleanouts. Based out of South Glens Falls, Clean It Out Containers is a family-owned and operated dumpster rental business that provides convenient roll-off dumpster services. Whether you have a garage full of junk, extra scrap metal to dispose of, or even organic waste like lawn debris and branches, they have you covered. Clean It Out Containers also features highly competitive rates and flexible rental times. You can easily select a service on their website and then pick a date or time that works for you. Call and book via phone. Brought to you by GA Bow Fuels. At GA Bow Fuels, they take pride in providing timely and reliable oil and propane delivery services. Whether you're located in the Lake George and Glens Falls regions of New York or as far away as the Bennington, Vermont area, we are able to serve you. They encourage you to contact them today and learn more about their propane and oil delivery services, as well as the other work they complete for you. Whether you need a minor furnace repair, complete AC installation, or routine HVAC system maintenance, GA Bow's fully trained and certified technicians will help you out. In addition to the heating and cooling work, they also supply premium diesel, gas blends, heating oil, wood pellets, and other fuel delivery options to properties across the entire Northern Capital Region. GA Bow Fuels. Give Mike Sullivan a call at 518-337-6599. By your Edward Jones financial advisor serving Glens Falls, Stephen Babson. Get the personal financial advice you need to achieve your goals. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, for children or grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care for the most, Stephen Babson can work together with you to develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Stephen Babson can also monitor your progress. Give Stephen Babson a call today at Edward Jones in Glens Falls at the corner of Bay and Washington. By Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters. When you choose Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters, you'll always have access to the area's lowest prices. As a family-owned and operated business for over a decade, you'll be treated like our neighbor. That means affordable prices and friendly, knowledgeable service every time. Get in touch today to find out more how they can help you improve your gutters and protect your roof for years to come. When you work with Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters, you'll get a 10-year workmanship warranty on gutters, downspouts, and leak protection. If anything goes wrong with your work, it'll be covered.
Hey, we're back here at the Bullpen upstairs where we are. We'll be back next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. It's Talkin Smack presented by G&S Printing. We've got some big things that are coming up, and keep track of what we've got coming up in conjunction with G&S Printing. That'll probably be in the next day or so that we'll have some major news with Talkin Smack and Talkin Smack Productions about what's coming up in the future with us. So can't wait for it. It's just been, this whole thing has been unbelievable. Joining us next week on the show.
How handsome that guy is.
My dog, Billy Floyd's going to be in the house. So Billy's going to be here, and, you know, he's a guy, and we'll talk about this next week, but a guy that he's lifted up what we do, the whole presentation of everything at the arena to a different level. Yeah. And I just love working with him. And, you know, I say this, that the show that we put out each and every game, that I'm a part of, Billy's a part of, our production crew and all that, the stuff that goes on off the ice, you know, it's just, we kill it every single game. And it's because guys and gals that just absolutely love what they do. They're passionate about it. And Billy is as passionate as it comes. So I can't wait for him to join us here at the round table next week. So Billy Floyd next week. In 2 weeks, a guy that's got passion, and I'm not sure what it is. I think it's for free food. Gordon Woodward.
Don't we all?
Well, Gordon especially. Gordy's going to be with us. We're doing a Wednesday night show on November the 20th. Gordon Woodworth will be here. Gordon has, you know, been covering everything in this
local
area
sports forever,
you know, and it's one of those things. And
local sports events, everything.
Yeah,
he does it all.
It really is amazing, and I'm glad that Gordy's going to be with us, and Gordy will be with us.
He'll be a lot of fun.
And he's got Gretzky stories too.
Oh, does he really?
Yes.
Well, yeah, for as long as he's been around doing what he's been doing, he's got stories.
And he's got Gretzky stories too, so he'll be with us. The coach will be with us. While I'm thinking about it, best wishes to our boy RJ Stockdale. I talked to RJ just before we went on the show tonight. RJ had surgery last Tuesday, and some complications came up, and he ended up back in the hospital. RJ's home recuperating, so if you get a moment to think RJ, you know, please do so. He could use all the positive vibes at this point. He's really, really tired at this point. It feels like he's been through hell and back with six incisions in his stomach. It's been a hellacious, week for him. But he's on the mend, and he said, "Don't give my seat away, Danny. Dano, don't give my seat away." So we're not. You'll be back with us when you're back with us. So thinking of RJ here tonight. All right. So at this point, Seth, do you want to enter this next segment, or do you want me to do it?
Up to you. We do have a video. So do you want me to play the video?
Oh yeah. All right. Play the video. This is I get to sing with this one.
All right.
So I get to use my announcer voice.
I can. Yeah, and then I'll give the backstory. Is that fine?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Show the video, and I'll do the.
I'm scared.
Uncomfortable questions with Shane Harper, with your host, Mr. Producer Seth Cooper.
So
uncomfortable questions. Get ready to play and win with.
I didn't know
Shane
about
Harper.
Sully.
Oh, you haven't even heard
we
the
didn't
words
know anything
yet.
about this, so
They don't know. Uncomfortable questions with Shane Harper. So where do these uncomfortable questions come from, Seth?
Well, me being Mr. Producer and going around at things, you asked maybe how I got a hold of Graham and everything. So here's how to play this game. Each one of our cast members will have a question sheet. They will read them word for word as it's been typed out to them. The questions have come courtesy of Shane Harper's former teammates in the 14 teams Shane has played for. 5 minutes will be added to the clock. Failure to answer all 5 questions, no big deal. 5 more minutes will be added to the timer.
Bet you're really glad you decided to sign up.
All right, Seth, start handing out the questions.
Remember, Shane, the question should be answered honestly. And remember, there may be some cuss words because that's how real humans in the real world talk.
Uncomfortable questions
So this is
with
for
Shane
everybody?
Harper. We are all going to have
we're
questions.
Gonna be asking you
and
questions.
we're asking you these uncomfortable questions from your former teammates.
You played for 14 teams.
Let's say it
So in case you're wondering how I got this all, so I went to your hockey database page like everyone does. And for example, here you
stalker.
go. Shane, you were traded twice in your professional hockey career.
Mm-hmm.
Who were they? Mark Straight of the New York Islanders and Reese Scarlett of the New Jersey Devils. Shane, thank you for your answer. Do a great impression of you. Next, just to let you know, remember, in this game, honesty is key. So back to the backstory. So I decided to go through hockeydatabase.com and went through all of your teams that you played for professionally and in your junior ranks and started to realize,
wow,
I have a lot of your contacts of people that you played for. So I sent them a text, and 137 text messages later, and here we are.
God.
So I have decided to compile the best questions that were asked for your former teammates. Now, as part of this, they are remaining anonymous.
Look at the sneakers.
Our shoes. That was on a road trip in the airport. Yeah, I mean that.
Who's this for? Snacks. Those are your questions.
All right.
Oh my God! What
do like
hell?
So
I got to ask all these questions at
Oh,
once, or each do one at a time.
So nope. We're gonna go. It'll be me, you, Sully, John. Me, you, Sully, John. All right.
so I need to answer all these in 5 minutes. You're saying?
We'll be added more 5 minutes if you need to. But here's the deal. So each question, they have to be asked and honest in the correct way. So if you can't, you have to say the answer.
Did you write these questions?
I did not. These came from
his
these
team.
came from,
That's right.
and you have to read word for word. That's why we have the language warning at the beginning of the show.
Wow. Shane, are you ready?
I guess.
We have 5 minutes on the clock. 5 minutes on the clock. All right, here we go. Question 1.
All right.
Are there other apps on the iPad? And also, are they password protected? And if so, who gets to have the password? You got some freaks for some of your teammates, dude. What kind of question is that?
I don't even know.
So in the NHL, the iPad. So if you're looking at an iPad, you're looking at a goal. What is that? And who gets permit? Do you know who gets permission for the iPad and who gets to look at the iPad?
They didn't have iPads when he played in the National Hockey League.
We did.
You
Yeah,
did?
you did.
Everybody had their own iPad. Actually, don't tell anybody. I still have a Florida Panthers iPad.
Well, you just told everybody.
Now everybody
Last
knows.
week we did 15,000 streams. I mean, there might be some. All right, so who was that?
Yeah.
That was from somebody with the Panthers, probably, that than one of your teammates.
Doing inventory on iPads.
Yeah. How I got all of these questions where I said that they were remaining anonymous. So there's no names involved.
Gotcha.
All right. So did anybody else have the password, or was it just you?
To the iPad?
Yeah. Did you have other apps on that iPad?
Was there anything incriminating?
You didn't have Candy Crush or?
No.
Does he need a lawyer?
I don't play games. I don't play games.
Okay. All right.
Sean Thornton?
We're not going to tell you who it is because I don't know either.
And I could pick any of these questions?
No, you have to read them in order. You got to read them in order.
That's an honest answer. Yeah. I mean,
All
right. So go ahead, Snacks.
So do you ever flip somebody off inside your glove?
no, I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I guess maybe I have. This is a bad game if I have a bad memory. I mean, if I did, that must have been just one time. I guess.
One finger. I can't move my fingers, Coach.
That's kind of funny.
I'm not a flipper, so I would never have done
I
that.
wish I knew what teams
Is there a penalty? Is there a penalty if you did?
All right, Sully Dog, what do you got?
Do smelling salts actually help, or are you just getting placebo peer pressure?
No, they help for sure. It is definitely some placebo or some not placebo, more peer pressure. The guy next to you has smelling salts. You want it too.
Did you ever almost throw up when you were doing that?
No, but sometimes it's
I
like,
thought we were going to bring those in.
Yeah, I was
I
going to say,
know.
what happened? What happened to
The
that?
next time Shane's on, we'll bring smelling salts.
there you go.
I just still remember Alexander Carrier, I think it was, every time he would literally gag every time he put the smelling salts up to it.
All right, so Johnny, what do you got?
How do you get paid? Is it direct deposit?
Yeah. Direct deposit, yeah.
Easy
Wow.
enough.
Yeah.
Next up.
I mean, you know how many hockey players would lose their checks?
Name
Trust me,
one.
Yeah.
Radio DJs would do the same thing.
It's for sure. All right, so Shane, do you ever imagine what the return would be for you if you got traded, or is that too sad?
That was a diss.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm guessing these all are.
Remember, we didn't come up with these
No,
questions.
I know.
These are your teammates.
Yeah, I know. I got traded for Mark Strait. There you go.
Wow, that's not bad.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
there you go.
You did pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. In the penalty box, can you just drink from any water bottle in there? What if you swap spit with someone with mono?
Oh God, I'm a germaphobe. I sure hope not. I do.
Somebody obviously knows you're a germaphobe.
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah, I look at those water bottles too. If I see a guy like put his lips on, I'm like, oh my, get that.
Why are you bogarting it, man?
What's that?
Well, you put your lips
Yeah,
on.
I know.
It's
you don't
Bogart.
need to
I mean, you
lip
remember the juicy
thing?
lip thing, don't you there?
So I got a follow-up question to that.
Okay.
Is it seriously? What the fuck is with the water bottle situation? Even on your bench, like you move around, so you're all constantly drinking from the same water bottles.
Okay, that's got to be a recent guy. Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah. No, that
You think
You'll
so?
see.
Oh, shit.
it's like half being a germaphobe, half like OCD ritual, hockey
Okay.
OCD, like that water bottle is everywhere. And I'm like, hey, can you pass me the water bottle? And then I put it over here. And then I got to ask the trainer, I need that water bottle again. And I got water, but sometimes I got protein in the water bottle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm doing all sorts of things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just everything we wanted to know about
I
water
can't
bottles.
wait
Great
for my
answer.
next question.
All right.
Hurry up.
All right, Johnny.
Okay, I like this one. Would you have ever put a team on your no trade list because you really don't fuck with the jersey? Like if you thought it was really ugly?
Interesting. I don't like what kind of question is that from a past
Man.
like are we talking ECHL? What are
It doesn't matter.
AHL?
Any jersey.
Whatever. Sure. Yeah. Go with NHL if you
I mean, you
want.
play in juniors.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you got traded. You get traded there too.
Worcester comes to mind for me. But
Did anybody like you?
I don't know.
14 teams?
All right. I mean, all right. I got to do like a recent team around here. In our division.
Like any team in the division.
No, I think this
Name-
teammate was asking when you were actively playing, or if you were to be traded. Was there when you were playing?
Did you have a
was-
no trade list?
Was there a no trade
Because
list?
their jersey was just too damn ugly.
Gotcha. No, I didn't. I mean, there's definitely teams that you don't want to be traded to, but
Yeah,
unfortunately, I never was.
you're a lucky man.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of lucky, next question. You ready? Put 5 more minutes on the clock. All right.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I'm too slow at this.
No, you're
Is it
not.
supposed to be rapid
There's
fire?
there's a lot of questions here, dude. Are you scared of getting your teeth knocked out, or have you made peace with the reality?
I made peace.
I would never ask you that question.
Now that I'm retired, I'm working on getting them fixed. But now, I mean, it's something that I deal with every day. I go to get a coffee. Somebody that doesn't know I play hockey, they're probably just like, what the hell?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang.
Luckily, when I talk normally, like you can't really tell unless I smile.
Yeah, and then when you smile,
you
it's
whistle like a son of a bitch.
Do your kids ever say, "Dad, what happened"?
They don't even until I like kind of mess with it and do the tongue. Then they're like, "Oh, Dad, you have no teeth."
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Snacks, you got the next one.
Do you ever skate away when you get called for a penalty and just hope the refs forget who did it?
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
Have you ever had that happen where they forgot that it was you?
No, unfortunately. You see that happen now.
Oh man.
I cannot wait for this question.
Oh my God.
I'm almost scared.
I've been so excited since we started this. What if you have a mosquito bite all up under your shit?
What?
Read it.
What is that?
Read it. Apparently it happened to
It's
you.
one of your teammates.
One of your teammates.
Never got a mosquito bite,
Yeah.
It caught your attention.
in the area that Aaron Rodgers would sun is what you're saying.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
I take care of it.
That question means nothing to you?
No,
that never happened.
That's
Anything
one of
like
your
that?
teammates. How the hell does that happen?
that doesn't make any sense.
Let me read it again slow.
Seth, do you have any background to this information?
Oh,
He's pleading the fifth.
don't worry. The next time you're on, we'll do this again.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. You'll see.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Are the lights flashing on the ice during warm-ups and intermission and stuff annoying, or do you learn to tune them out?
You tune them out. I mean,
You hate it though, don't you?
no. I honestly, when I'm like in it, I don't know.
You're in the zone.
Yeah.
You're in the zone.
I a lot of times I don't even know. Like it's hard for me. Some guys know whether which guys had a good night, had a bad night. I'm always like just kind of worried on myself. I never, unless I watch the game back, I don't know what else is going on out there.
This next one here, we just passed Halloween. This one's appropriate. Do you ever think about what if somebody dressed up as you for Halloween? Would that be cool or what? What do you
That would be cool.
That would be. I
That
mean,
would be
serious.
really cool.
Little
Knock your front two teeth out.
little harp daddy,
Yeah.
going around the canyon. Hey,
Absolutely.
got candy, score!
How about when Jeff Mean dresses me?
Oh my God. There's a video.
That's another
There's a video. Oh, that's another.
another show. Anyway.
All right, so Snacks, you ready to go?
Yeah. Sometimes do you just really, really not want to block a shot like at all?
Oh, 100%. I'm the.
So they talk about like when you
I'm
just
the
sacrifice
only.
yourself out.
Yeah,
there.
when I actually remember what these guys are talking about. It's funny. I mean, Everett Silvertips at WHL, we were huge. Kevin Constantine was our coach. He had a good career in the NHL as a coach. We would actually practice blocking shots with rubber pucks during practice, and we were told and taught how to block shots. I was the only person in Everett Silvertips history to be told not to block a shot because I would like kind of slide too early, so the D would kind of
And for folks that don't know, he had a bobblehead from the Everett Silvertips.
Yeah.
And I had you sign that for a friend of mine.
Well,
Yes.
What was the team?
Everett Silvertips,
Where the hell is that?
Washington.
This
Seattle.
bobblehead was like
Seattle.
this freaking. It was huge. That was like almost a foot tall, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
was-
loved it out there. It was blast.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Hey, another question could be courtesy of the other bobblehead guy, Mr. Ken Simpkins. You never know. You never know.
That's
A
talk
1
about
foot
a
bobblehead.
throwback.
That's like Jeff Mead, like life size.
All right,
Cha-ching.
Sully, what's up?
Do I got to go in order?
Yes.
Yes.
If they take your headshot or other footage during media day, and it's bad, do you ask them to retake it or just suck it up and look away anytime it comes up?
I suck it up. That's happened so many times.
Have you had a bad headshot?
Of course.
Have you had a good headshot that you've really liked?
I have.
Huh?
Remember, you saw that hit. That
I like
lettuce
some of the
flow?
flow.
Is
Yeah.
that
I like
flow?
some of
The
yeah.
flow. He
Just
misses
about
the
by.
flow.
Trust me, I of all people understand. All right. Do you ever see that what commentators or writers are saying about your team or your play and think, wow, that is so wrong?
I'd say mostly no. Obviously sometimes, but I don't see a lot of it. Yeah. I always
Kind of tune it out.
I kind of tune it out, and I prefer not to know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just it's you don't know until you know.
Exactly.
And when you get inside that glass, it's a different world.
Yeah.
It really is. All right, next up, when there are cameras in the locker rooms aimed right at you while you're trying to tie your skates before the game or during intermission, do you try really hard not to laugh?
100%. 100% the whole time. And if the camera's pointing at somebody else, I'm doing whatever I can to make them laugh. All day.
So obviously one of your teammates
I don't know
knows this, and they said, hey, Harp Daddy on there. Me, if I'm trying to tie my skates, I've got someone else tying them. All right.
Are you like actually thinking about the game the whole time when you're on the bench? Because I think I would get bored.
That's a good question.
That's from one of your teammates, by the way.
Yeah, I know. This guy's just
great.
This guy's just bored. I don't know.
These guys are crazy, dude.
Yeah. It sounds like he was more bored than I was. That's what it sounded like.
I don't know about you, but when I would come off the field and sit on the bench, I wasn't thinking about the game. I was trying to catch my breath.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. Sully Dog, what do you got? Uh-oh.
Do you ever make a stupid face on the bench and then go, fuck? What if they caught that on camera?
For sure. Yeah. and you know, a lot of players get caught spitting on camera or whatever. It's just like a common thing.
Have you ever given the finger to 5,000 people on camera?
I actually no, I haven't.
Somebody at this table.
Somebody has.
Somebody has.
Not me.
Not it.
Snacks?
Not me.
Oh,
Who do you think, Harps?
You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
Look at Jen. She's so happy over there.
I still
I'm glad we don't have
remember
a
that
camera on her.
You still got that face
I
on?
remember that.
Oh,
that was
There's video of that.
horrible.
Yes.
That was a bad night, Harps.
You know what the best part of that night was?
I don't even remember.
With
Yeah, they
Sully
did the
doing that
whole
in front of 5,000 people. Guess who was in attendance that night? The little hockey team that he coached. All right, Johnny, what else you got?
Sometimes when you get hit and you have to get stitches or lidocaine or something, do you ever just not want to go back out, or do you always want to get right back into it?
No, I always want to get back out there. Yeah, every time.
Every time. All right, I've got one more question for you, and then I'm done with mine. Put 5 more minutes on the clock.
5 more minutes.
Here we go.
Do you think equipment guys would get mad if you gave away like every single puck during warmups, or is that more of a time thing?
I'm surprised there wasn't more on equipment, sticks, stuff like that.
That's a Jeff Mead bitching thing.
Jeff never got to that
$4.
level.
That's a great question, because sometimes I am concerned that I give too many pucks away. But especially here in town, it's like there's so many kids, like give the pucks away, whatever.
Yeah, really. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, right now you give all the pucks away because you're not playing.
Jeff,
exactly. Yeah.
Jeff Mead is okay with that?
Hell no, he's not.
What does he care? He's paying to go to games now. He's not getting paid.
Until playoffs.
I'm getting season ticket holders in the stands, giving them pucks, Sully. You know what I mean?
What's Harp Daddy doing down on the ice, scrounging around for pucks again? Don't worry, we'll get one for your mom.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're drawing shit on the whiteboard, do you just smile and nod?
No, I get super complicated up there on the whiteboard. I probably get too in depth.
Really?
I think I'd be just drawing stupid stuff if I had a whiteboard.
Stick figures don't count, Hank.
I was going to say, yeah. I can
can't
only
even
imagine
do
what
that.
I would draw.
I can't draw. I have no artistic ability whatsoever. Sully Dog, what do you got?
Do you ever think, wow, somebody might literally be wearing a jersey with my name on it right now?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
And is that cool to see?
It is cool, yeah,
It's gotta
for sure.
be cool, right?
100%, yeah.
All right, great.
I was going to say, we just had one here
with
earlier
Delaney.
tonight.
Yeah,
Delaney was here.
Delaney's awesome, yeah.
She's awesome. All right, so what do you got?
Okay, sometimes you skate so much you low. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I skip Sully? Sorry.
No, Sully asked.
No, Sully asked.
Oops, my bad.
Excuse
Whoa.
me.
Producer!
I was going to say.
Super snob.
The shadow. All right. So sometimes you skate so much, do you low key forget how to walk? Like when you step off a treadmill and you feel like the ground is still moving.
That is interesting. No, but
You've
I don't
never
know
got
who the
that?
hell is asking these questions. But no,
Hockey players.
yeah, that's bizarre. Funny, but no.
You got another question?
Yeah, I got 2 more.
I got one more too. I dying to ask.
Go ahead.
So when you are skating to the bench for a line charge, do you ever get nervous you're going to fall because you don't usually go that fast?
That's pretty good.
That's
And
one of
it's-
your teammates.
And it's always on the back check too. I can't blame him. Yeah.
Sully, you got another one?
I got one more. Have you ever seen somebody on the Jumbotron and think, wow, how did they ever get laid?
Yeah, you, Sully.
That was a good one.
Why? You know what? I'm better than that.
Why would you? That was a layup. Why would you?
Rookie move.
Why would you ask that?
I want a do-over.
Maybe the shadow gave that to you.
No, you know who? What teammate asked you that?
Set you right up.
A teammate of yours from back in 09-10.
Really?
Me.
There you go. That was a setup. Easy layup.
You have one more?
I got one more.
You both have one more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Johnny's done.
No,
Shadow's got a
done.
smirk on his face.
Oh,
I know.
do you ever feel stupid getting your gear fixed on the bench? Like when you have to get your skate blade fixed.
2 years ago, I took my entire pants off on the bench and switched pants. I felt a little stupid at that time.
Imagine how your wife felt.
Yeah. Full pants switch. Guys were like, "What the hell is going on?"
A full pants switch?
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm a big gear guy. I wore new girdles. They're like new pants. First period, I was like, I can't even skate. Man, I need my old pants.
Yeah.
Switched them on the bench.
Yeah. If
Hold it
they're
down.
not broken in, then
No.
it's just like
I can't do that.
skating in cement.
Yeah.
All right, you got no one sold on?
I got one left.
All right, go ahead, bro.
When guys shower, do they actually use conditioner in their hair? Like seriously?
It's
Is that what you guys do?
that's a good question. Some guys are doing that. Other guys, no soap, nothing.
No soap.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just water?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Rinsing
Yeah.
themselves off?
Yeah. I can't tell you if they're
Go out and play
if
in
they're the
rain,
Canadians or Americans or
That's
I can't tell you which
weird.
one is which. Sully seems interested in the shower questions.
Well,
I'll take another one for that one. Thanks, brother. All right, there we go. Shane Harper. That's a nice job. You got one more snacks?
No, that's it.
You're done?
I got one left.
You got one left?
What
Sully
the
Dog.
hell?
He was lucky.
It's your teammates, not mine.
Yeah.
Do you remember literally any of the algebra that you learned?
No. I'm not bad with math,
No.
but
No?
yeah.
Yeah, it's algebra. You know, it's
Yeah.
when you have to start doing
Yeah.
the proofs.
I guess I could say I remember some.
Better
algebra.
start figuring out that gallons of gas
Yeah,
and
I
diesel.
know,
Oh, I know a guy. What we'll do is we're going to take one more break, talking smack upstairs, the bullpen. Back with more after this.
By High Society in Hudson Falls, located at 345 Main Street in Hudson Falls. This dispensary offers cannabis enthusiasts a chance to indulge in the brand's premium products, including the highly sought-after Bubble Hash and Frosted Hash Ball. With an emphasis on quality and potency, Silly Nice continues to set standards for cannabis products to elevate the user's experience. For use only for adults 21 and over, keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of accidental ingestion or overconsumption, contact the Poison Center. Consume responsibly. By Allen B. Powers CPA. The Allen B. Powers firm is one of the leading firms in the area. By combining our expertise and experience and the energy of our staff, each client receives close personal and professional attention. Their high standards, service, and specialized staff spell the difference between outstanding performance and the other firms. We make sure that every client is served by the expertise of the whole firm. Allen B. Powers firm is responsive. Companies who choose the firm rely on competent advice and fast, accurate personnel. They provide total financial services to individuals, large and small businesses, and other agencies too. Their high service quality and raving fan clients are the result of commitment to excellence. Allen B. Powers will answer all of your questions as they impact both your tax and financial situations. The Allen B. Powers Agency welcomes you to contact them anytime. And by Jim's Glass Service, 6 2nd Street in Queensbury. Jim's Glass Service, hey! Thanks for the break. Jim's Glass Service offers the best service for all your commercial and residential glass and window needs. A division of Fish's Majestic Enterprises. Jim's Glass Service is a trusted glass company located in Queensbury, specializing in both commercial and residential glass services. With their team of skilled professionals, they provide top-notch glass installations and repairs, ensuring customer satisfaction and quality craftsmanship. Jim's Glass Service, hey, thanks for the break. Brought to you by Old School Pest Control at oldschoolpestcontrol.com. John Herbley, the owner of Old School Pest Control, has over 20 years of experience in pest control, providing top-level pest control and putting your needs first. Do you have a pest problem? Old School Pest Control can handle any of your pest issues, walking you through the process to help you understand why Old School Pest Control does what they do. Old School Pest Control provides home and commercial pest control services. Whatever your pest problem is, whether it's big or small, Old School Pest Control has the knowledge to get your pest problems taken care of efficiently and in a timely manner. Give John Herbley a call now for your pest control problems at 518-724-6440 or online at oldschoolpest.com. brought to you by Looney Tunes Entertainment. With over 39 years in the business, Looney Tunes is everywhere and anywhere. 2 DJs at all locations for your wedding day or special occasion needs. You can count on Looney Tunes on being more than just a DJ. He's an entertainer. When you need the best for your event, get the best. Looney Tunes Entertainment. With over 1,100 weddings under Looney Tunes' belt, you're guaranteed for a more memorable experience. Make your event the event that you've always wanted and make it special with Looney Tunes. Give John Gilheiser a call today at 518-232-1303. Entertainers extraordinaire. It's Looney Tunes Entertainment.
We are back. It's Talkin Smack upstairs at the Bullpen. We'll be back here again next Tuesday night, 7 o'clock showtime. And our special guest next week, the one and only Billy Floyd. He is going to be locked in and ready to rock with us next week. I am looking forward to that. We have a lot of great guest stars that are coming up here. You really paved the way when we hooked up with you first, when we said that Shane Harper, and I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, but once we said that you were doing the show, everybody says, okay. We have one person that his mother contacted him, and his mother said, I heard Danny's doing a podcast. You got to get on that. Oh. So we're going to have him on a future episode. Do we even mention what his name is? No. You know this guy.
Oh, come on.
You know this guy.
You know this guy. You shared a room with him.
Last year.
14 years of that shit. Could have been anybody.
He's a big dude.
Oh my God.
Is he the bearded one?
No. At the
No.
end of the season last year.
That's what it did.
He's wearing a C. How about that? His mother said he had to do the show.
Leave that over here for us.
Absolutely. Love it.
I love
As
it
he
too.
should.
I had to give it up. I mean,
Yeah.
and then we got Gordon Woodworth joining us in a couple of weeks. We're here 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. Now, I see Snacks is here, and for those that can't see, he's wearing a Green Bay Packers jersey. You do know who Shane's brother-in-law is, don't you?
Yeah. Trust me. Everybody's been filling me in on.
All right. So, I mean, Jared Goff, on the best team right now in the National Football League.
Love it.
Have you been out to see a game this year?
Not this year, no. It's been me and Haven went out there. I took her by myself and met my family out there 2 seasons ago.
What kind of experience is that?
Oh, it was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Indeed.
no,
What?
what do you got?
Nothing.
No, what do you got?
Go ahead, it's Shane.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold
Sully.
on. Hold on.
Super chat. Wow.
Save it, Sully.
Mr. Producer, can you please play the audio from last week or give a synopsis of what it was? Sure, I can do that for you. Miss Anonymous. So, Miss Anonymous, here's the audio from last week. So, here's what happened. So, at the end of the show,
You like their money, right?
Snacks goes to me. Well, if the Green Bay Packers kick the living snot out of the Detroit Lions, I'm going to rub it in Shane Harper's face.
Do you have actual audio that says that?
Yes, I do. I just don't have it queued up.
Oh.
No, I said I was going to come in with everything Green Bay Packers on.
Yeah, but that's so. Were you a football fan before Jared Goff got into the family?
So I did start getting more into it. I did.
Because of him?
playing some fantasy teams. I wasn't, playing some
so you
fantasy
fantasize
leagues.
about it.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Fantasy leagues.
Oh, football.
Growing up, I really wasn't too into football.
Yeah.
And then obviously once Kristen started dating him, then I got a lot more into it. I mean, I was watching when he went to the Super Bowl with the Rams. I was in Sweden. I was watching it. It was like 3:30 in the morning, the Super Bowl out there. So obviously got more into it, and then started getting into more fantasy leagues and trying to get more into it. Yeah.
So I don't know a ton about your brother-in-law, but he played in that Super Bowl.
Yeah, with the Rams.
With the Rams against the Patriots.
Yeah.
Okay. I watched that game with you. Do you remember what you were like? You were freaking awful. Why didn't you tell me that they bit the over? What are you doing? We were at 06 Mom's house.
I know where we were.
Yeah, I do too.
And it sounds like I may have lost some Scooby snacks.
No, you broke even. After the thousands that went through, you ended up 18 on
You've
the
seen
good.
my life. I don't ever break even.
You were like $18 on the good after all the Scooby snacks.
Wow,
that's a good.
That's a good night.
Yeah,
So
anytime you're.
It wasn't for me. I'm a Patriots fan.
Oh.
So
Wait, they won.
You pulled a Ryan Whitney situation where when Whit was overseas, he also had to watch the Patriots game, but he watched it at like 3 a.m. because it was obviously the time zone was here.
Yeah.
So you did the same thing he did.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yes.
Where was he? He was in Sweden, Russia, maybe Russia.
He was in
Parts unknown.
No, he was in.
Truth
It
or
doesn't matter.
Consequences, New Mexico.
So did you
It's
follow a
worth-
team? Did you
does.
follow a team before he came along? Did you?
No, like I said, I wasn't like the biggest football guy, but I was from LA, so we liked the Rams.
Yeah.
And then they left, so that we didn't have a team
in the middle of the night.
We didn't have a team for
Yeah,
the longest
right.
time, you know.
Yeah.
But the neighbor that I grew up next to, he was a huge diehard Rams fan. So even they were in St. Louis
Right.
most of my childhood. So it was cool when they came back.
Sochi. He was in Sochi.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's that. Thank you. I'll be able to sleep better tonight. I know that. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Yeah. So now that you're a football fan, you know, it's part of the family. I mean, that's got to be a little bit. It's a different world than from what you're used to with hockey.
Totally. Yeah. Totally. Sometimes, I mean, the guy was drafted first overall, and it's different. I don't know football. If I looked at him like he was the first overall draft pick in the NHL, I'd be like, holy shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just different. I look at it a little bit differently. And he's just a super nice guy, super down to earth. I mean, if he was downstairs at the bullpen at the bar,
You wouldn't even know.
you wouldn't even
No.
know. He's just a normal, nice
So when can we
guy.
get him on the podcast?
There you go.
Next, after he finishes.
Come on, Seth.
Yeah.
Well, after he
Not,
finishes,
not after the
Mr.
next
Producer.
game.
you know, when he
Come
when he-
on, Shane, help me out, please.
when he wins the Super Bowl and he comes out to hang out and do some golfing
There you
with his
go.
brother-in-law.
Oh, cool.
There we
with
go.
that.
There we go. Yeah.
The thing about it is that we're used to hockey. I'm used to football with
Yeah,
you.
I have a friend of mine, Sean Ryan, who
Yep.
was a coach for the Giants. So they went out and played the Packers out in Green Bay for a playoff game. And then all of a sudden, as soon as the game ended, my phone started ringing. And it's Sean Ryan calling me up, and he's telling me, "What'd you think of that game?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "You got to be." I hung up on him. And then he came home. He comes home every once in a while, but it was just hilarious that he calls and busts my balls about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole different. I mean, sports are sports, but they change because I've worked in basketball, I've worked in baseball, I've worked in hockey, I've worked football, I've worked in all the sports.
Okay.
And there is a difference from one sport to the next.
For
There's
sure.
there are strings that are similar,
Yeah.
but overall there's a lot of differential things that go on between
Yeah.
each sport, and it really is nuts.
I know football's so different. For me, the biggest difference is every game means so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
crazy.
right? There's 16 or
Yeah.
I mean,
18 of them.
You lose a couple of games.
I know.
You
It's
lose
crazy.
you lose 2 games in a row in hockey. It's all right. We can get through this.
Yeah.
You lose
Like
2
what?
games.
Colorado lost the first 4 games of the season. They won the next 4. It's like, oh, they're back.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
know.
mean?
It's
That's
but-
half the NFL season right there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
It's one of those things there. It's I admire your brother-in-law because everything I've read about him, he's a cool dude.
No,
And
he's
he's a
very
good
down to
guy.
earth.
And he's a good guy.
super down to earth. He came here 5 years ago to the Sagamore when we got married. Was throwing the football with a couple of kids at the wedding. Just
Cool,
super, just nice guy.
He's,
Yep.
you know what? The thing is that he doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
For sure, I agree.
And
yeah.
he gets overlooked.
Well,
Yep.
because he doesn't
And now he's way up. But you know what? Like I can sit here and like there's so
Cover
many
the
other
spread.
quarterbacks that have played for other NFL teams. Oh, got a
Super chat.
This is from Andy R, not to be confused with Andy Reid. Shane, if possible, what is the most outrageous Christmas gift you've ever gotten from Jared?
Whoa.
Oh, that's a good question.
Wow.
Actually, he got me a sweet putter. Like he partnered in a company, LA Golf. They kind of do golf shops. And they got into now some clubs, putters. He got me a sweet engraved
Did it help
putter
your
from his company.
Did it help your handicap?
No, I don't even need it.
That's right next to his Gretzky stand. And the box of honeycombs.
Better question. What do you get that guy for Christmas?
That's true. He loves.
What'd you get him last year?
He loves. I don't even know. He loves Crocs. I might get him. or Croc-like shoes.
Not.
He does.
Not even Crocs, Croc-like shoes.
Yeah.
Listen, the best pair of sandals I ever had in my life, and I'm not a real big sandal guy, were a pair of Croc sandals.
See?
They were the best damn shoes I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And when I wore them out, it was
Super chat.
From Garrett S. That's actually kind of funny. Adam Schefter right now is watching the podcast and now tweeting that Jared Goff is a Croc lover.
That's pretty good.
All right, listen.
Adam Schefter's watching this podcast right now.
No, it was sarcastic.
I know.
You got to spell it out. I know.
Just once.
I know. Your guest is understanding the stuff more than your.
Yeah, I know. The thing about this is his next fight will be his first. So you've been in more scuffles than he has. I'm just letting you know.
There you go.
Jeez, I'm telling you. Whoa.
Wow.
Super chat.
Now you just.
From Brad M. How is he with your kids?
Awesome. My kids love him. He's actually really good with the kids. He loves his couch time. Jared loves his couch time.
Who doesn't?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Time is
You don't get a body like this.
There was actually a cool picture. I think Jeff Mead showed me of your kids with him.
Yeah, probably on the couch.
I think it was on the couch.
Well, and Jeff was on the couch. You couldn't tell what were Shane's kids.
Super chat.
From Leah S. She asks, what is Jared Goff like when you guys are just hanging out?
Chill, honestly.
Just like one
I
of the
said
guys?
before. Yeah, like me and Megan went out to dinner with him and Kristen. Super nice. Like that was actually interesting this summer when we were out there. You know, something that none of us would experience. But we're sitting in the corner and he's got to do the double takes because he doesn't know who's coming in to.
Sure.
You know what I mean.
Right.
Keeping his head on a swivel.
Yeah, big time, and so just stuff. But everybody was respectful.
Has everybody in town here to have dinner? Has everybody come up to Glens Falls or Queensbury?
Last time he was here just was for the wedding, so he was kind of in and out 2 days.
Gotcha.
State of the Sagamore. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll have to hook him up. I got a guy that has a food truck. Well,
There you go.
You used to have a food truck.
He might take the food truck home though.
Goddamn thing's got a flat tire.
No,
hasn't moved in fucking 3 weeks.
Easy. Oh, wait a minute.
No.
Super chats.
From Mariah H. She asks, what is the biggest prank you've ever pulled to Jared?
Prank? I haven't pulled a prank, but
I don't know if I dare.
The week after, or excuse me, the day after our wedding, we had a little barbecue up at my in-laws' house, and they were playing a little flag foot, or not even, two-hand touch.
Yeah.
He was all-time QB, and the guys were getting into it. The guys, I wasn't even playing. I was like, having to talk to people and whatever. Guys were getting into it. My uncle ended up accidentally smoking my best man in the nose. Nose is gushing. Broke his nose. It was hilarious.
Can you imagine having to explain to the Detroit Lions head coach if Jared Goff got hurt?
Jeez.
Playing fucking flag football. You're not going to believe what happened.
Yeah, well, I got news for you. Their head coach is pretty decent sized too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden, I got this image of wedding crashers. All of a sudden,
MCDC, Motor City Dan Campbell.
There you go.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
He's legit though.
Yeah,
He doesn't sugarcoat it. He doesn't hide it.
No, it's. I'll tell you what. This has flown by. I mean, we're a little overtime here.
Nutty.
Wow.
We're gonna have you back on again.
Sweet.
And I really can't say how much I appreciate you coming on the show and being our first guest star.
That's crazy. Wow. I'm honored.
Yeah.
Right.
And no, it's the fact that we've known each other for so long.
I know.
And
It's
just
crazy.
It really is. And
you got to do my little retirement send off last week. So thank you very much. That was cool.
That was really cool.
Really cool.
Deservedly so. And I can't wait for you to get your plaque before I get mine in the Adirondack Hockey Hall of Fame. I'm not bitching. I'm stating fact.
I'm happy you're even saying I should have played another year to try to solidify something, but it is cool that I've gotten to play on 2 different teams here in Adirondack. That's pretty cool.
All right, so playoffs
You've been here a lot longer than I have.
So playoffs come. It's March and April.
We only need 5 games, Sully, to get into playoffs.
Yeah, I'm aware, Shane Harper.
I can do
the math. So there you have it. There's still a chance.
Yes, definitely a chance.
I mean, I wouldn't mind being like, the emergency emergency backup goalie. Not goalie, but you know how that happens. There we go. You know how that happens. Hey,
Look
maybe
at your nose in that.
Maybe there's
what the hell happened to your nose in that?
I've broken my nose.
Yeah,
I guess.
Wow, that is crazy.
Like
but you're not going to be an e-bug.
No, but e-bug player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, an e-buff. E-buff.
There we go. E-buff. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hey, why not? I mean, that happens every year. That happens.
It happened during the COVID year. Matthias Cleveland had to come out of retirement for 1 game.
Yeah. What about
2 games? Pierre-Luc Leblanc.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, PL. I mean, you get Pierre back here, Christ, and he's old.
Are you hinting a future guest on Talking Smack?
You never know. You never know.
The wealth of information in your brain, Seth Cooper.
Yeah,
fucking
I know.
amazing. No, I mean that is a sincere compliment.
Yeah. Your roommates are speaking back there.
Your
brother.
roommates are saying, man, you gotta pick up your stuff.
You need
man.
to pick up the stuff. At the
Now,
crib.
all kidding aside, you kill it.
Yeah, that was a
a
weird year. I remember that COVID year. The Thunder had COVID for like 2.5 weeks, and games got moved, and TR had to stay at the Queensberry, and Ed Moore wasn't too happy about that because they filed ghost complaints.
The hell is a ghost complaint?
What?
Because the Queensberry's haunted.
We just talked about this.
God! I thought it was like ghosting. I didn't know what it was. I had no idea.
There's ghosts at the Queensberry Hotel. That's just.
Ooh, you gotta.
That was so close. That's so funny. Damn it!
You know Nick Needhart, who
Second floor. The second floor at the Q is haunted. Whoa, thank you, Jen.
Because I
Jen used
stayed
to work.
there.
Because you were there.
Was that next to a Pepsi machine? Shane, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, guys.
I appreciate it. And thank you so much. We'll have you back on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Snacks, did you learn anything about hockey tonight?
Learn a little bit more, yeah.
Okay, good.
I'll go home. I'll write it in my notebook.
Don't write anything in your notebook. You're going to forget anyway. Soul Doggy Dog, as always.
There's more stuff.
Yeah, well, guess what? We're done.
Right.
All right. I will. Johnny Pratt, as always.
Hey, thank you very much. I've learned a very, very valuable lesson. When Shane and Sully are sitting next to each other, I really should be careful of when I take a sip of a beverage. There's been about 4 times tonight. If you look back on this stream, you're going to see me go like, trying not to.
Sun's coming out of his nose. That's never good.
Yeah. But no, it's been fun. Thanks for having me.
Mr. Producer, you killed it tonight.
Yeah, very impressed tonight.
Shadow.
a big thank you to
with Seth Cooper tonight.
a big thank you to everyone who gave us super chats tonight. There was a boatload of you, over 33 of you actually. So appreciate it very much. Keeps this thing going, keeps this thing rolling, and be on the lookout for some exclusive content coming your way for our Patreon members. If you'd like to know more about our Patreon, let us know, because the first Patreon exclusive will be a 1v1 interview with that man right there, number 11, Shane Harper. We're super excited.
So we're going to be doing that. You and I
Did you know about this?
Okay.
Yes.
No, Seth. Well, that was my question.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's going to be you and me.
Awesome.
So
I'm trying to figure out what the hell Patreon is.
I don't even know.
I think
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Yeah,
I think the plan is to grab you at the golf course.
we're going to be coming over. We're going to come over to golf course when you're working, and
Nice.
then
I'll be there.
And then that way
every
there,
day.
that way there, you and I can.
Hopefully, Sully's not filling up that day.
Listen, if you see Sully backing up with a GA Bow truck, run for the freaking hills.
Hey, has Sully been on his game throughout this whole transition so
He
far?
has.
Tell the truth.
All right.
Hold on, we got another. Do we?
Yes.
Super chat.
From Riley R. Wondering what is the craziest KHL story you've heard.
Oh.
I've watched Spittin' and Chicklets in the
How
years
league was
past,
that?
and have seen players show up in their own cars that have their own designated drivers. I've also heard the story about Evgeny Malkin hiring strippers for his kid's birthday party.
That second part,
Happy
I'm not
birthday.
sure. First part, yeah. When I first showed up there, there was 3 imports. Every one of them had a driver because they don't want you driving. When I got there, our team was sponsored by Lada. It's a Russian car manufacturer. I go, what are you talking about? It's like, I want a car. They're like, you can't drive. I said, they were like, no, like nobody speaks English except for the imports. And I'm doing translations with the general manager. And they're like, no, like you can't drive. I'm like, what do you mean? Why not? I got a car. I drove.
It's almost a situation where you're like Stapleton and you're like, oh, keep going, man. Keep going.
Yeah,
you're talking to the guy across the locker room.
2 weeks before I left, I got pulled over by the cops. Car pulls over. We get out. We come behind my vehicle. Like I said, nobody really speaks English. They're kind of doing charades. I'm talking. I'm thinking, oh, this is no big deal. They tell me to get out of the vehicle. Blah blah blah. Yeah, they're saying I didn't have my passport on me. You're always supposed to have your passport as a visitor, as an American. But also, I'm leaving in 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm not carrying this around because I can't lose it.
No.
Right. And I hadn't had any issue all year. I loved Russia, honestly. I had a great time there. Yeah. If you ever have a chance to go to Moscow, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. But in our town anyway, back to the story, these guys pull me over. Eventually, we're talking. I'm getting a little nervous. They're saying bad, jail, no passport, bad. I'm like,
cavity search.
after 5 to 7 minutes, I'm like, all right, what's going on here? Like, I'm a hockey player. They know, like, hockey in Russia is everything, right? I'm getting a little nervous. Finally, they write in pen. I think it was like 5,000 rubles or something. It was like $100. They write, they show me. I'm like, okay, they just want a little bit of cash. I think I had like 4,000 rubles in my wallet. I put on the little paper, hand it to them under the paper. They get it, they walk away, and I go on my merry way.
Did they make you walk in a straight line?
No, nothing.
That must be an American.
Are we good?
We are all set. Once again, big thank you to everyone who donated the super chats. Who is a super chat high tonight, as I got the notification of
that's awesome.
The achievement. We will be back.
Thank you, everybody.
We'll be back next week with the one and only Billy Floyd. We are
looking forward to it.
Excited about that. And for those that are looking for the audio version of this podcast, it'll be at some point this week.
Probably Friday.
That's a good estimate. And of course, we'll be back at the Bullpen next Tuesday night.
All right. Thanks. We'll see you next week, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock for Talkin Smack. See you then.
Cool. Night, everybody.
See you.
Talkin Smack is brought to you by The Bullpen in Suite 216 on Glen Street in downtown Glens Falls. The Adventure Family Fun Center on Route 9, Lake George. Oscar's Smokehouse on Raymond Lane in Warrensburg. Clean It Out Containers and Junk Removal, South Glens Falls. G.A. Bow Fuels. Give Mike Sullivan a call at 518-337-6599. The Edward Jones office of Stephen Babson at the corner of Bay and Washington in Glens Falls. By Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters. High Society, 345 Main Street, Hudson Falls. By Allen B. Power, CPA, Bay Street, Glens Falls. And by Jim's Glass Service, 6 2nd Street in Queensbury. Old School Pest Control at oldschoolpestcontrol.com. G&S Printing. G&S Printing, 518-232-2465. Looney Tunes Entertainment. Give John a call at 518-232-1303 and make your special event the most memorable it can be.